and I will give the floor to the representative of Greece.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your Excellency, my delegation warmly welcomed your presence in today's meeting. I want to thank Sierra Leone for convening this important debate, as well as the briefers, Mr. Ebot, Dr. Chambas, Ms. Andriani, and Dr. Descartes, for their insightful remarks. Mr. President, Greece takes note of the alarming key finding of the Secretary General's report on small arms and light weapons that the diversion, illicit transfer, and misuse of small arms and light weapons have continued to lead to violence and acts of crime and terrorism, undermining peace and security at the national, regional, and global levels. I wish to highlight 3 points. First, we must uphold the existing instruments aimed to prevent the diversion of small arms and light weapons. Greece views the UN Programme of Action to prevent, combat, and eradicate the illicit trade in small arms and light weapons in all its aspects as the universal framework to address this threat posed by illicit small arms and light weapons. My country remains committed to its implementation and has undertaken the appropriate actions through annual reporting and provision of additional data on arms transactions. Following the successful outcome of the 4th Review Conference on UN Programme of Action on Small Arms and Light Weapons, we are now calling all states to implement the political declaration and action-oriented measures for the period 2024-2030 as agreed during the conference. We also consider the Arms Trade Treaty as an indispensable tool for curtailing the illicit trade of conventional weapons. We call on all states to ratify or accede to the treaty without further delay and on the parties to comply with their obligations. Moreover, we actively supported the establishment of the global framework for through-life conventional ammunition management. After the preparatory meeting of states held last June, it is important to work together towards an effective follow-up and review mechanism ahead of the first meeting of states scheduled for 2027. Second, the diversion of small arms and light weapons has a strong regional dimension. The Caribbean, the Great Lakes region, the Horn of Africa, and coming to our immediate neighborhood, the Western Balkans, are regions that are suffering the most from widespread diversion of illicit small arms and light weapons. Greece supports regional instruments, processes, and regional cooperation to strengthen border security and export and import licensing systems. We commend the valuable work of the Southeastern and Eastern Europe Clearinghouse for the control on small arms and light weapons. Also, we reiterate our support to the implementation of the Western Balkans Small Arms and Light Weapons Control Roadmap. In Africa, we fully support the African Union's initiative Silencing the Guns as an indispensable tool for sharing information, enforcing embargoes, and building the capacity of affected states to combat illicit arms trafficking. Third, we must address the impact of modern technologies on the production and circulation of small arms and light weapons. As the Secretary General stated in his report, developments in SALW technology, manufacturing and design present both challenges and opportunities to prevent and combat illicit small arms and light weapons. In this regard, we hope that the newly established open-ended technical expert group to be established under the Programme of Action on SALW and the implementation and the International Tracing Instrument will develop recommendations on small arms and light weapons manufacturing, technology and design, in particular on polymer and modular weapons and firearms produced using 3D printing. We also call upon the Security Council to consider these technological developments, especially when designing the mandates of peace operations. Moreover, Mr. President, we stress the need for this Council to address the role of small arms and light weapons in grave violations against children in its resolution and deliberations, including through the Working Group on Children and Armed Conflict, which Greece is honoured to chair. In conclusion, Mr. President, as an elected member of this Council, Greece will continue to work constructively and inclusively towards strengthening the unity and effectiveness of the Council in ensuring the effective control and management of small arms and light weapons, and thereby to promote peace and security worldwide. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Greece